William Morrow and HarperAudio present Make Magic, the book of inspiration you didn't know you needed. By Brad Meltzer. This is the author. For Jonas, Lila, and Theo, you know how much I love being your dad. And in memory of Greg Harden, our secret weapon. Introduction. What you hold in your hands is the commencement address I delivered when my son graduated from the University of Michigan in 2024. To be clear, I also went to Michigan. So when I told my son Jonas that I would be the graduation speaker, his reaction was probably the same as many in the audience. And this is a direct quote of what my son said. "You? Not Tom Brady? There's so many people they can pick." And wait, he went on. He said, "It's like a 13th seed winning March Madness." So first, thank you to the people who believe in the 13th seed. I'm counting you as one of them, dear listener. You're the reason this book exists. To start at the beginning, when I was giving this speech in Michigan Stadium, it was a stressful time. The graduates were born just before or in the aftermath of 9/11. 19 years later, COVID hit, taking millions of lives and turning their first years of college upside down. Indeed, this was their first proper graduation since middle school. We'd all been waiting so long for this day. For me, though, in a stadium of 70,000 people, I was focused on one, my son. To be honest, I was worried I wouldn't be able to find him in the crowd. But he and his friends arrived early, at 8 a.m., among the first 100 students to enter the stadium. From what I could gather, my son and his roommates had no idea if I was about to embarrass myself or become the next Winston Churchill. Yet whatever the outcome, there they were, in the 14th row, my son in the aisle seat, staring straight at me. It was all that mattered. In these pages, you'll hear the content of the speech, but at its core, the messages within began with my 3 kids and the magical shift from youth to adulthood. But really, it's packed with the very best lessons life has given me. As a parent, it took me a long time to realize that I've learned far more from my children than they've learned from me. And yes, I had to edit some of the text, pulling out the parts that were specific to Michigan. We couldn't figure out a way to make Desmond Howard, J.J. McCarthy, and Blake Corum appear from nowhere. And if that reference doesn't make sense, Google the original speech and watch it. Trust me. Here's the real point. When you make your living speaking in front of people, you become hyper-attuned to audiences and their reactions. You never completely get it right, but it doesn't stop you from trying to predict when the crowd will laugh and when they'll applaud, so you can pause and let the performance breathe a little bit. On that day in Michigan Stadium, I thought I knew where all the high points would be, where the jokes would land and the laughter would come. As usual, I was completely wrong. Indeed, as I delivered the words in these pages, what caught me completely off guard was the moment where I started talking about kindness and empathy. Make no mistake, it's my favorite part of the speech. I had high hopes. It's what I want most in the universe right now. At best, I thought it would get some claps and knowing nods. But on that day, a wave of energy nearly knocked me over as 70,000 people interrupted me, refusing to let me speak, breaking into spontaneous applause. Because of kindness, because of empathy. It had nothing to do with me. It's simply that, as a culture, we're exhausted by venom and cruelty, and we're starving for kindness and empathy, which is both inspiring and heartbreaking. In the days and weeks that followed, millions of strangers started sharing those lessons online. And now, I get to share them once again with you, dear listener. Thank you for believing in this message and believing in the 13th seed. You are proof
Sample complete. Ready to continue?